What's happening, everybody? John Hendricks here, coming at you with another episode of The Drive here on Boot Crew Media, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Happy Saturday to everyone. Big news developing for the Saints as ESPN's Phil Yates has reported that Michael Thomas and the team have agreed to a restructured contract. So basically what ended up happening is that Thomas's $15.5 million salary now has gone down to $1.165 million. So it gives the Saints about $14 million in cap space. But it also comes with some caveats, right? So with that, it basically says that there's a roster bonus now that's due on the third day of the league year for 2024. If the Saints decide to keep Michael Thomas, it's about $32 million, $31.755 million is what the Saints are going to be financially obligated to pay him. Now, what this means is this could be the end of Michael Thomas in a Saints uniform. Obviously, he'll turn 30 on March 3rd, so that's coming. He's getting up there. Guy hasn't played in a long time since being 2019's Offensive Player of the Year. But look, this team has done this before, right? They've done this with Drew Brees. They've done this with Malcolm Jenkins. This has been kind of a precursor to something that could be happening. And so, look, it's unfortunate because, Michael Thomas, when he's on top, he's one of the best, if not the best, right? And unfortunately, and this is a not for long league and what have you done for me lately league. And, look, the Saints, he looked great in training camp. We hyped him. He looked outstanding. Atlanta game, the season opener, he looked really good. But, now this puts in a lot of doubt on his future. So the Saints could release him. There's some different details on there. Post June 1st would be a way for it. But they could also, trade him too. And I don't know what kind of cap relief you're going to get, or not cap relief, but what kind of compensation you're going to get for a guy who hasn't played a lot of football in the past several years. But this is very interesting, huge development for the Saints, something that they're doing ahead of the offseason getting here. Could be something where the teams, look into it and such and see if this is a guy that you trade for or not. But look, in reality, this could mean that Michael Thomas has played his last down for the Saints. Totally unfortunate. Chris Olave's emerged really well as wide receiver number one in his absence. Rashid Shaheed's had a pretty good run as a rookie. The thing is he hasn't had as many catches, but, somebody that could take on more of a feature role. But this means the Saints are still going to have to look at wide receiver going into the offseason. I mean, this is definitely going to be a position that they have to address because you're already losing Jarvis Landry. Marquez Callaway set to be a restricted free agent. I doubt they're going to bring him as a tender. That's another thing to look at. Traquan Smith, good blocker, but you're also paying him too. So a lot of moving parts and pieces for the Saints. Again, Michael Thomas, restructured contract. Saints could potentially move on from him after this, but if they do keep him, they're going to be on the hook for $32 million roughly in 2024 for him. And so a lot of crazy scenarios that have worked out. We'll see how kind of it plays out, but huge news for the Saints as they go into their final game against the Panthers on Sunday. Michael Thomas, his future, very much in question now, but I think we can start seeing the writing on the wall of many a move to come for New Orleans as they face one of their most important offseasons. As always, keep it tuned to Boot Crew Media here for the latest and greatest. Again, thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for producing today's show. Don't forget to use that code BOOT, BOOT, to get your chance at some free money. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk at you soon.